Nice filming, yeah?
Okay.
And that's focus. This one, this toggle, right?
Okay.
The screen is a bit funny. Nice filming.
Okay.
Usually we have once a month we have our dhamma classes, and at the end of the year we make this dhamma day where we invite different speakers talking about different topics. So we have a variety of talks today, and but more details from Sunil later. First, I start with my dhamma talk, which is titled Freedom from Bondage. Freedom from bondage is a term widely used by the Buddha, referring to Nibbana or enlightenment. Again, I start the talk with a quotation from the Matrix. It says, "You know something. What you know you cannot explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. And there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it is there." Austria, long ago, I had the same feeling that there's just something not going correctly or something wrong with the world. Because I didn't know really what the reason is or what is wrong. But that feeling made me leave Austria and Europe and brought me later to Sri Lanka. There, as most of you know, I ordained as a Buddhist monk. This on the right side, by the way, is the teacher who ordained me as a monk. He is still living there in Sri Lanka. So I stayed 15 years in various forest hermitages in Sri Lanka. In our world, everybody I think will see that certain things are going wrong. Here is quotation from an American writer. He says, "Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Universities destroy knowledge. Governments destroy freedom. The major media destroys information, and religions destroy spirituality." That may sound very negative and very dark, but even if you watch our daily news and compare it with the actual facts, you will see that many things are going on around us which really are so crazy you can't follow their rules. And they have tortured and scared you for 20 odd years. Then they expect you to pick a career. And you think you're so clever, classless and free. But you are still just a peasant as far as I can see. There's room at the top that they are telling you still. But first you must learn how to smile as you kill, if you want to be like the folks on the hill. That I think is a text of from one of his songs. And John Lennon, very few know this, he was much deeper into this knowledge than many believe. And there's also rumors that he was not killed by a crazy man, but killed because he knew too much about what is really going on in the world and around us. So what we have got is the elite or the aristocrats, oligarchy, or the leaders, how we want to call them. It is a natural process in our history. We can look back and see it again and again. As soon as people are sleeping, not waking up to reality, they get deceived and more and more controlled by a growing and in numbers getting smaller and smaller elite. The rich are different is another quotation from American writer. He said, he was once asked, "You know, the rich are very different from us." And he said, then yes, they have more money. And I said, no, it's not, it's something much deeper. It's a whole different world. They have values reversed to human values. And there's the old saying in all, you get it in all traditions, they say money corrupts the mind. And that's why also Jesus mentioned very few rich people will be able to realize what he called be one with God. Now we have an education system which is designed to create good workers but not good thinkers. As in the words of D. Rockefeller, the founder of the education system in America, He said, I want good workers and not good thinkers. And according to that, they arranged the education system in America and also elsewhere. In our modern society, we are constantly encouraged to enjoy the five senses, which keep us trapped in this matrix prison. How it is designed, the more you, as I said last time, it's nothing wrong to have a party or to have some entertainment. But if you do this all the time, what really happens, you are enjoying your senses while others build the prison around you. And you are getting deeper into this matrix, and you lose the chance to wake up and to develop your mind. One of the biggest tools is the mass media, some call it the repeaters, to hypnotize the people. So we get the news, all the information, what is going on in our world. We receive from the mass media, which is controlled by a few families or a few people. So they can make us believe whatever they want, and we see the world according to this information we get through the mass media. Therefore, mass media, controlled by a few, is the biggest weapon or the biggest tool to make the people believe in the agenda of the ruling elite. So we have got these fake politicians who are controlled by bankers and elitists, who are not acting on behalf of the people, but on behalf of the people who have bribed them into office. The secret web of society is really ruling our globe, and as long as this system is in place, we cannot expect any change in our society. So we have the choice to either stay asleep or to wake up completely. So if we turn towards spirituality, develop our mind, realize what the Buddha called enlightenment, we can break out of this illusion and see things as they really are. We have in our Buddhist tradition thousands of books about Dhamma and Abhidhamma and different chapters of the holy books. But what the Buddha really taught was suffering and the end of suffering. Many times on his journey he was asked by people, what is it actually you are teaching? And the Buddha said, I show people the reality, and I show them how to wake up from this reality. So Buddhism, the essence of Buddhism is called dhamma or dharma. It's a way of life, a philosophy of life, a way to wake up. In many stories in our Buddhist books, and you find it also in many other traditions, you get the constant theme that there is a battle or a war going on between the gods and the demons. In our books they call it Surasura Sangamo, so the war between good and evil. There's especially one story I want to tell today. It's about a demon called Vepachitti. It is said in one of these battles between the gods and the demons lost, and they captured the leader of the demons, Vepachitti, who was formerly a god and who left heaven and joined the demons, fighting against the gods. And he was punished in a very clever way. They said they put a kind of spell on him, that he is bound in a fivefold way by hands, legs and neck, as soon as he thought the demons are right and the gods are wrong. But whenever he thought that the gods are right and the demons are wrong, he was completely free to walk around and to live in heaven with all the other gods. And all these stories, we can take it literally, or we can see the deeper meaning of these stories. So the meaning here, the story says bound in a fivefold way, because it is a similar story with ourselves. So we are living here and we are also bound in a fivefold way, bound by the five senses. So as soon as we believe or imagine that this is reality, this five sense reality is real, we are bound by these five senses and bound to this matrix. As soon as we realize this is not as it really is, this is not reality, we can wake up and immediately we are free from this bondage. So, in the deeper meaning of this story, Vipachiti, is similar to our life here, that we are bound by our five senses and through our own mind, through our own thinking, and also we can break free through letting go or realizing reality. It is also mentioned that when the Buddha was working for his enlightenment, when he was meditating under the tree, that Mara, again the devil, showed up and tried to bring the prince away from his quest to liberation. And again the same theme, we can take it as literally or in a deeper meaning. The Buddha had to struggle with his defilements in his mind. He had to overcome his hindrances or defilements before he could advance his mind and realize full enlightenment. So before he became a Buddha, he had to face his negative side, and in the stories they say Mara, which either is translated as the devil or the defilements in the mind. So this story of a demon inside man, symbolic for the defilements in us, which the Buddha said is threefold: the greed, hate, and delusion. So as soon as we realize our real state of mind, we can overcome these defilements and progress towards full enlightenment. So the job for a Dhamma-loving person or a Buddhist is to free one's mind, free yourself from one's mind and realize full consciousness or universal consciousness, what we call nirvana or enlightenment in Buddhism. Experience who you really are, what reality really is, and set yourself free. The Buddha called this illusion Maya. Maya, the web of illusion, or the matrix, or the five sense reality which we take as real, however you want to call this. The Buddha said, as long as you cannot overcome this Maya, this illusion, you will not be able to progress on the path to enlightenment. So reality is an illusion. The five sense world, as we could to be a god or a guru, he called himself a Kalyana Mitra, which means a noble friend, and encouraged everybody to ask questions. There was no authority or blind belief in his teaching. And that was the main reason what attracted me to Buddhism, because there is not this blind belief to any guru or holy book. It is purely based on practice. And even the Buddha said, I am the Kalyana Mitra, the noble friend who comes to help you to find the way to enlightenment. So we have many of these, in the Indian tradition they're called avatars or Buddhas. And the Buddha said, I'm not the only Buddha. He said there are thousands of Buddhas before me, and there will be thousands after me. He gave even a long list of names of past Buddhas, starting with Vipassi, Sikhi, Vesapu and so on. And a similar ideas in India, where you get the concept of the avatars, who also come from time to time to help the people to wake up and to realize enlightenment. So they come purely to help the people to find the path to the light and not to divide the people. That is usually done after they leave. The followers stick to literally to these teachings and divide the people among the different traditions. We have a word in Buddhism, it's called satta, which often is translated as faith, but actually it means confidence, which the Buddha said is a good quality, but it has nothing to do with blind faith. It is confidence in your practice. So if you learn meditation somewhere, you start meditation, and you see it is working for you, you see the positive qualities are getting more, and the negative qualities are getting less. So you develop confidence in this practice, in this teacher, so you follow it. But still the critical thinking is always there, As soon as it does not work, or as soon as you see the teacher is going wrong way, you're free to leave and go and find something better. So satta is not blind faith, it is confidence in your spiritual practice. This blind faith or blind belief, or whatever that belief might be religious, political, economical, whatever, stubborn, strong ideas are very dangerous and detrimental to spiritual progress. Researchers have shown when we have a rigid belief in the brain fires off the neurons in a specific network. What that does is filter reality, decode reality in line with the way those neurons are firing. It continuously edits its reality in accordance to its belief. And if you change your belief system, the neurons are firing in a different way. So you start seeing the world in a different way. So when we open our minds without belief, but from a state of knowing, from consciousness, we open up the range of understanding and perception and awareness well beyond anything you can access, limited by rigid belief, whatever that belief might be. So when we open our mind to consciousness, everything changes. Then we are really free to understand and accept our experiences in meditation. Ehipassiko, another term used again and again by the Buddha, meaning come and see, or he said my teaching, my dhamma, Buddhism has the quality of come and see. You can try and find out and realize for yourself that it is working and that it is leading to the goal of enlightenment. Kalama Sutra, very famous talk of the Buddha, where he said, don't believe in anything only because you read it in a holy book, or a saint or a famous teacher said so, or because all the others believe in it. Do not even believe what I say, but examine, find out for yourself, practice, reason about it, think about it, and if you yourself find out this is good for me, this is working, then you stick to it. So this is the very famous sutra, the Kalama Sutra, which shows the general attitude of the Buddha towards his teaching. So again, there's no rigid belief, no blind belief in it. It's purely a path to enlightenment, a path to realization. Jai Krishnamurti, a very famous teacher from India, which I respect very much, he talked a lot about this very topic, authority or blind belief. And here I have just one quotation from him. He says, all authority of any kind, especially in the field of thought and understanding, is the most destructive evil thing. Leaders destroy the followers, and followers destroy the leaders. You have to be your own teacher and your own disciple. You have to question everything that man has accepted as valuable, as necessary. And I read many of his books, and it goes through the whole book. His main topic is the fight against authority or the blind belief. So many ask then, why do we really need religions? Blinded by belief, belief in all its form is used to control the human mind. So naturally many ask then, do we need any religions at all? But I believe the essence of all the religions can be traced back to Dhamma, which is the spiritual practice, and that is actually the one part which unites all these religions. And all these cultural things and these dogmas have been mainly introduced later. You can also see that many of the holy books, like the Bible, has been written and rewritten hundreds of times. So the original message of all these founders of the religions were very similar and were all based on universal Dhamma. Only what we, as I said, the followers, they stick to certain theoretical stuff and then separate from each other or start fighting with each other. What is really important is expansion, love, harmony and peace. That's really what matters, what is important. But spiritual seeking is usually met with little success in today's world. In a vibrational field that is spiritually as polluted as the earth. So they say if you live in an area where nobody is meditating, you're the only one who tries, this will be very difficult to do your practice and to wake up. The more people around you practicing spirituality, doing meditation, the easier it will be for you to do your practice and to wake up. And we can see now during the last few years, at least the last 10 years, we can see that more and more people are getting interested in spirituality. They like to do meditation, they like to develop their mind. And so we can see that a shift or a change of ages is happening. So during this cosmic circle, there arise periods of times when spiritual energies return to the earth, allowing the process of awakening to happen. There's a greater shift of consciousness coming. People start to wake up. It's like when we say evolution, it is not an evolution only of the body but also of the mind. What Christians call the return of the Christ usually means nothing else than the return of these spiritual energies. The vibrational field changes favorably for meditation and enlightenment. For example, the prediction of the Mayans that they say December 2012, some interpret it as the world ends. Actually it means a new start, new age of awakening is starting in 2012. So the vibrational field is changing and it will be more and more easy for people to wake up. Once we begin to awaken, break out from our vibrational prison and connect with higher levels of awareness, we start to attract into our lives other people who are on the same wavelength. The more people wake up, the more easy it gets for the rest to wake up. Because we create more and more positive or spiritual energy. Benefit from, that's the benefit if you go to a temple or a holy place or as a group meditation. Because these vibrations the others create in their spiritual practice will help you also to wake up in your meditation. This returning Redeemer is not a personality somewhere out there, but is an impersonal, unifying, universal consciousness, manifesting itself as light, love, wisdom, and liberation. Enjoy the silence. Those who love the truth, the silence, and serve the truth without compromise or self-concern will rejoice when the illusion of separateness is breaking up. So when this change is happening, all these people who are spiritual, who are interested in spiritual progress, will find to their delight that it's getting much more easier to meditate and to get deeper and deeper into their meditation. So what we have to do is break free from our limitations, use this positive spiritual change that is coming to turn spiritual, to start with meditation, or those who already meditate to get more and more into it, and to wake up to reality as it really is. Dr. Sumana Pereira. It's not part of our function, but if you are still like to stay and you like to meditate afterwards, there is an opportunity. So from 5 to 8, there is a meditation session. You can join it. Okay, with that I hand over to Sunda. I think at 3 o'clock we have to break, and we will try to get in all these 7 or 8 talks.
Brothers and sisters, it's nice to see such a good crowd here. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Please help yourself to teas and drinks at any time, and make yourselves feel as comfortable as possible. Lunch will be served between 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the main hall. We need a few helpers just to bring food out from the kitchen into the hall, please. We hope your hearts and your stomachs are full today. We have 7 talks today. Also, I would like to thank Venerable Susara for always being a special light in the Vihara. His genuine kindness is well appreciated by all of us. Also, I'd like to and give her birthday wishes. Sorry. We all hope you to stay to the end of the event. I have a poem and some slides that I hope you would all enjoy. Okay, our first talk is going to be from Kumari Perusingha. I call her Angel. That's my nickname for her. She's a wonderful person. I've been coming here a year and a half, and every meditation on Wednesday or monthly meditation, she's always here without fail, and I have a lot of respect for her. So the first talk is by Kumari Perusingha, and I hope you enjoy hope you enjoy the day today. Testing, one, two.
Bhante and the friends of the Dhamma. It's a pleasure to be here and delightful to be in the midst of a Dhamma gathering which is meant to be for the younger generations only, but now it has extended to the senior ones as well. I think it works out reciprocally well due to the exchange of ideas, and they are well mannered empirically so that we can borrow ideas from the elder ones. As religions, we believe to build up a better kingdom of man on earth can speak. The delight, the golden beam is the calmness of insight. The conquered mind is the nature's ruling rays. It's a whisper and a hint that truckles the face. The marvel rises to keep a temperate brain. It's running ebb of a river blown by the breeze of a softer chain. That is the flow of action, guides the feelings, the tumult of life. The universal law is the living truth that rules the mind.